The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Pandora's box has just been opened, and that bitch ain't happy. Now I know I say this a lot, but based on the last few years, Lucasfilm must really hate Star Wars. That may or may not be true, but they definitely hate the fans, and the fans are striking back hard. 2021 has given us Star Wars: The High Republic, Lucasfilm's newest offering in the desperately in need of a break franchise. It's not doing well, it's not trending, it's not selling, it's not adding anything of quality to the Star Wars lore. These are the stories responsible for the EU being wiped away, folks. Yes, decades of great stories being wiped out for Ram Jamaram. Now, the next addition to Star Wars: The High Republic has been revealed in Jamaram! Holy shit, people don't like this. Marchion Ro, Characters of the High Republic is the name, and downvoting into oblivion is the game. As of this writing, this video has 60,000 views, with 2.2 thousand thumbs up and 12,000 thumbs down. Damn, Daniel, what a discrepancy. I watched the video and I don't get all the hate. It's not good, but it's not bad. Look, the High Republic is trash, but this is unfair. It's almost like there's something else going on here, and oh wait, there is. If you made it through that brief moment of fun before jumping down into the comments section to tell me what's really going on, thank you. Lucasfilm royally screwed up with Gina Carano, and now Star Wars is going to pay. And here's the story. This comes from Bounding Into Comics. As first reported by Pirates and Princesses, there's a bit of a backlash going on from fans on Lucasfilm/Disney, and its effects are being felt across the videos hosted on the official Star Wars YouTube page. Previously, we reported on the lackluster performance of the first Star Wars: The High Republic episode hosted by Christina Ariel, which debuted shortly after her tweets denigrating were exposed and before the events that led to the firing of former Mandalorian actress Gina Carano. Shortly after the premiere of the Star Wars: The High Republic show, an Oscar Award featurette featuring Kathleen Kennedy sparked a separate wave of outrage among Star Wars fans, as many believed that her assertion that her in the video was done to help emphasize the importance of such feats by women to be hypocritical, given that her company had just days prior fired Gina Carano. As such, the video soon received a massive amount of downvotes, at one point possessing 10,000 dislikes to a paltry few hundred thumbs up. When fans began to fill the comments section of the video with criticisms of Lucasfilm's hypocrisy, the Oscars page responded by hiding the recorded featurette and disabling its comments. In turn, people went to the other videos on the Oscar YouTube page and started voicing their various displeasures all throughout. Now it appears that said displeasure has become laser focused on the Star Wars YouTube page, as not only the recent videos are open to massive amounts of, but the comment section are also being filled with many of the same complaints leveled against the previous two videos. So now that you're all caught up, let's talk about what's actually happening here. I'm about to put up some footage of, shall we say, curated comments section. I have footage of the top comments from yesterday, February 23rd, and today, February 24th. Between them, you'll notice that there are new top comments that have less interactions than the previous top comments. I also have footage of the newest comments from today, February 24th, to show you what fans are saying. Think of this video as an archive of what was, the comments that captured the anger of the people. It also goes to show you that whoever is in charge is deleting comments. I just wanted to catch them in the act. That's all. A nerve was struck with the fans when Gina Carano was fired. I don't need to reiterate any points made today or in the past, but we are seeing something. What we're seeing happen is fans rallying around not only a person, but an idea. Yes, Gina Carano got screwed over, but fans aren't allowing it to happen peacefully. One of the first responses to Gina Carano's firing was #CancelDisney+. There are countless articles discussing it, and even more teaching you how to cancel it yourself. But I wanted to talk about the long-term ramifications for just a moment. I get that Disney is a massive corporation, and this all seems like a reactionary measure, but it's more than just that. It's a line being drawn for the consumers, and they have that right. But the part that speaks to me, beyond those canceling Disney Plus before WandaVision ends, are the people who want to cut Disney completely out of their lives. It may seem hyperbolic to some, but there are people out there who will cut Disney out of their lives completely. That means no trips to the park, no movies, which is a lot because Disney buys its competition left and right, no merchandise, nothing. And it goes just beyond one person too. They probably won't introduce the next generation to Disney properties either. What people conveniently forget, or because the internet likes to write its own narrative, but there is, has, and always will be more choices for family entertainment than Disney. In the 90s, the biggest kids' properties were not Disney ones. On Fox Kids, you had Power Rangers, X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, Animaniacs, The Tick, The Magic School Bus, and a shitload more. Kids WB had all the DC shows at a later date, as well as Men in Black, X-Men Evolution, Max Steel, Ozzy and Drix, and so many more. On cable, there was all the Nickelodeon shows, and if you weren't a Nick kid, there was always Cartoon Network. In the 90s, we didn't need Disney to have a full childhood. We got the best of everything, and you didn't need the mouse. That's not to say they weren't there, or even a big part of it for some kids, but there were other more popular alternatives for an entire generation of people who are now in the prime age range to have kids and pass on their childhood experiences. We can show the next generation everything we grew up on thanks to streaming and all the remakes. Hell, they just announced a new Rugrats CGI cartoon with the original cast. They're babies again. I thought they were all grown up. There's also the Japanese influence to consider. Anime and manga already set the standard for sales around the globe, and their reach keeps expanding. Disney keeps buying more and more properties, but they can't keep the moral authority out of it, so they ruin those properties. American comics are shit. They sell like shit because they are shit. It's not a dead art form, but the hot new books of today aren't that hot. They're full of internet gas. Ugh. There will be repercussions down the line simply because of the number of entertainment options there are out there for people to consume. I forgot to mention video games. According to Reuters, gaming is now the world's favorite form of entertainment, as the gaming industry generated more revenue last year than TV, movies, and music did. While other forms of entertainment are experiencing declines, the gaming sector's sales increased at an annual rate of 10.7%. Some of the greatest growth is coming from relatively new markets like China, where game sales are climbing 14% per year. That's awesome, except Disney has had more than a few years of underwhelming video games. For those out there watching, pay attention to the comments that scroll along. There's one name that keeps popping up as much as Gina Carano, maybe more actually. Kathleen Kennedy, the bane of every sane Star Wars fan's existence. Kathleen Kennedy has been drawing the ire of fans since 2015's The Force Awakens, or to put in simpler terms, she's pissed off the fans with her bad management decisions. That's a lot nicer than saying she bent Star Wars over a barrel and went in dry. It means the same thing, just in a more academic way. We always want to know where to place the blame, and with Star Wars, we know it's all Kathleen Kennedy's fault, because she's the head honcho. It doesn't take Tony Danza to figure out who's the boss at Lucasfilm. At every turn, we're told how great she is, but then fade in, and this happens. It sends the wrong message if for years you want us to buy into the strong female characters of Disney Star Wars, and when the fans finally do, she gets erased. It's asinine to think that there's no financial repercussions for the handling of Gina Carano. It's also asinine to think that Disney will be out of business tomorrow because of it. Give it a week. In all seriousness, this is just another domino falling. Eventually, enough will have fallen, and the right people will care. The High Republic, Star Wars' attempts at catching that next generation, is going to be the victim of Lucasfilm's hubris. It will ultimately die because it's shit, written and promoted by even shittier people. But the process will be expedited thanks to Lucasfilm's incredible habit of putting their foot in their mouth. I'm sorry, let me try that again. The High Republic, Star Wars' attempts at catching that next generation, is going to be the victim of Lucasfilm's hubris. It will ultimately die because it's shit, written and promoted by even shittier people. But the process will be expedited thanks to Lucasfilm's incredible habit of sticking its head up its own ass. Spectacular skill across the board, guys. Bravo. I'm going to let these comments play out a little longer. Let's add in some relaxing music before we go, but make sure you're signed up for the comic. The link is in the description. There's a day one exclusive of the OG High Council, and it goes live Tuesday night during the show. So, without any further ado, let's get on with it. Oh yeah, folks, and always be excellent to each other.